I want to get back to something you mentioned, this triangular setup of healthcare in the U.S. You have the patient, you have the payer, and you have the provider. Talk a little bit more about that system, how it can be changed, and throw in the reinsurance concept.
Well, there are 2 or 3 parts to this. Okay, first of all, the great lesson of the Austrian School of Economics occurred when a professor of economics in Vienna went down to the fish market. This is before refrigeration. And he realized that if you were going to have a big fancy dinner that night, you wanted to go to the market early and you wanted to buy the freshest possible fish. But if it was towards the end of the month, you're on a limited budget, you might want to go to the market much later, buy a much cheaper fish, and make a fish stew. And that the same person on different days for different reasons wanted to pay a different amount for a different quality. And the conclusion he reached was that you could never invent a bureaucracy which had enough accurate information to tell you what you wanted to pay for what you were going to get on that particular day. And so that's why the whole base of the Austrian School of Economics was not having a market for the purpose of capitalists, but having the market for the purpose of customers. That it's the customer who is better served in a market because they get the power to choose. 3 third-party triangles basically say the following. I'm going to get something which I'm not paying for. You're going to give me something you know I'm not paying for. The third person, she's going to actually pay you for taking care of me. Now, she's not getting anything. This is all a sunk cost to her. And she's thinking, I'm not happy with the doctor, and I'm not happy with the patient, because I'm just spending money, and I'm not getting anything for it. The patient's going, this is great. The doctor owes me everything because none of it cost me anything. I mean, if you did this with automobiles, every American would believe that at a minimum, a Ferrari or a Bentley or a Rolls was their minimum condition because it'll be free.
Right.
Okay. And so what then happens is the person paying starts building more and more rules to control the person who's delivering, so that the person who's getting it suddenly finds they have fewer and fewer choices, more and more paperwork. And so in the long run, triangular systems are inevitably have a downward spiral. In a binary system, McDonald's is a classic example, you walk in and you pick what you want to eat today for lunch. Or my favorite, because I'm in California, the In-N-Out Burger. Okay?
There you go.
There's one right at the edge of
They are
right,
good.
Yeah, right at the end of the Los Angeles airport, there's an In-N-Out Burger. I walk in, I want to get an In-N-Out Burger. Maybe I'll go crazy today and get animal fries, but not tell my wife.
Be our little secret.
That's right. Or I can get a protein burger, which is the lettuce wrap without the bread. Now, I'm making a decision. The In-N-Out Burger people are giving me the product I've ordered. I'm giving them the money they said they would charge. I know at that very moment whether or not they're giving me what I ordered.
It's Austrian economics
They know
again.
at that very moment that they're getting the cash they demanded. You don't need a bureaucrat. You don't need a third-party payer. You don't need lots of red tape. And what you want to think about is how can we migrate health back to a system? And part of that may mean that we start emphasizing health care, not health insurance. But what I want to know is can I take every person in my community and have access to health care? Some of them may not be insured, but frankly, at 22, you can make a pretty rational argument. It's not an unreasonable risk, as long as we then ensure that you get care when you need it and you pay for the care you need.